Hey guys, welcome back to Future Wealth. Today I'm going to go through what did I buy with $3,000. Stay with me. Alright, so for my last video that I posted with the $6,000, what did I buy for $6,000 within the Roth IRA that my wife opened up, and I'm managing, and I'm going strictly dividends in this portfolio. So today, $3,000 we put into Vanguard. We had 6, we put in an additional 3. So we're up to 9. All right. So my book value right now is $9,001.19. Something, somewhere, someone paid the dividends. So that $1.19 did not just show up from nowhere. Okay. So we put in exactly 6 the first round and 3 the second. So right now, I today bought Target, additional 4 shares at $189.74. Best Buy, 9 shares, $118.69. And Lockheed Martin at 3 shares at $356.85. That brings up our grand total for the annual income with these 6 companies. Our annual income is $241.70. Not a crazy amount, but it's building. We're building it up. Let's go through some of the numbers here and what we have. So the lowest yield that we have is Target at 1.45%. And the highest we have is Verizon at 4.46%, which is pretty good. And so far, everything that we purchased from, I believe it was maybe a week or 2 ago and up until today, so far everything is green. So we're in the positive of $316.79. I was able to put this graph together. Opposed to using sectors, I just used the actual name. So then now we have the actual percentage of how much each company is taking over this graph. So the highest that we have right now is Lockheed Martin at 23.1%. And then coming up in second is 21.8% is Home Depot. Target takes up 20.4%. 3M takes 12.2%. And then Best Buy at 11.7%. And Verizon is at 10.9%. And obviously this makes up a whole 100% pie. So right now, my book value is $9,001.19, like I stated before. And obviously because of the gains that we have right now, that brings it up to $9,314.08, which is, we're in the positive. We're good. We're in good standing right now. That was my quick recap on $3,000 and what I just bought today. Not a lot, not a little crazy, nothing speculative. I did my numbers, I went through the charts, I did my spreadsheet like I normally do to see what was a buy and what was a sell today based on the current AAA bond yield. And then of course I would fill in the current EPSs if that had changed, and then entering the growth of 5 years. Now I didn't go through all of them, but I did have another spreadsheet that I normally would go through. Let me see if I could pull that up really quick. Let's see, stock evaluation. I think I had this one. I'm going to see if I could pull this one up. So I think I went through this. Yes, I did go through this one. Yes, okay. So obviously these are some of the stocks that I went through, and I plugged in the numbers with the updated AAA bond yield. You can find that on Moody's website as well. I actually have it pulling here. It's at 3.19 last value. I think that changed. Oh, March 18. So that adjusts once I point all this over to the cell 57. So once I change that value, it actually just populates, and then I can see what's a buy, what's a sell. And obviously Stanley Black & Decker was a buy up to Friday. And then because of the changes in price, it is in a negative 2%, so it's a sell. So it's not something I would consider buying at this very moment. But then I also didn't consider a lot of these other options. I ended up buying Target was one, and Best Buy is not part of the Aristocrats, so they are a contender. Aristocrats, contender, and champion, and then there was another one. I lost my, I just totally blanked out. But there are other groups that they fall into because of the years that they've been paying dividends. Aristocrat being the S&P 500 and at least minimum 25 years plus paying out dividends. All right. So again, long story short, we are heading towards market close. And so far right now, as we're speaking, my target prices went down, negative $4.03. So we're back down slightly. All right. But overall, everything still seems to be pretty good. Of course, my cost per share when I bought 2 weeks ago compared to today increased. So the cost per share actually averages out, and that's the price I'm paying right now, which is $189.45, and the current market price is $189.02. We can sometimes it gets a little delay in between that. I'm just gonna double check and see. It says $188.99. All right, so it's not accurate. If it's $189, all right, it says $188.99. So I'm actually lower. This is $189. I already overpaid. So once this updates, $188.99, I'm actually even lower than this. So let's just hit a quick refresh. Usually it takes a little time to pull from the spreadsheet opposed to when you go in directly to the website. So, but overall, it's fine. It's a fair value. You know, obviously I did my homework on the stocks that I've purchased in regards to how much debt they carry, analyzing and looking at their financials, their cash flow, and the positives. So there were a lot of factors that I used. Everyone has their own little take on how to evaluate, you know, getting into position. That's mine. And so far, I think we are looking good for the most part. All right. So I just wanted to update you guys. Keep it short, simple, kiss. All right. Thank you guys, and appreciate you for being here. Hopefully you can follow me and on this journey as I dump in more money going forward. I have about $3,000 more to put into this account for 2021. Once that's done, the only thing I can do is look at it. I can't contribute any more money because otherwise I will get penalized. And then of course I'll start taking my money and start putting into my taxable account, and we'll start buying things within that. All right. That one's a little more speculative, and there's a mixture of dividends and speculative and maybe actually even some SPACs in there as well. So we'll go through that when the time comes. But thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate, and always be safe.